I am Jomria Baiki, your ship's captain for today's literary voyage. Together we'll navigate twists and turns of Geoffrey Chaucer's clever and twisty stories from the Canterbury Tales. This tale is packed with drama, wit, and a little bit of scandal, featuring a merchant, his wife, and a sneaky monk who gets tangled up in a web of love and money. We'll break down the plot, explore its hidden meanings, and see what Chaucer might say about love, trust, and of course, greed. So grab your compass and let's sail into the Shipman's Tale.
I'll let your body decide. This is good enough for you. Already falling up for you. Already falling up for you. I'll let your body decide. This is good enough for you. Already falling up for you. Already falling up for you. I'll let your body decide.
The story is about a merchant, his wife, and a monk. The merchant's wives love living a luxurious life, spending money freely and socializing. One day, the monk, who is a friend of the merchant, visits their home. The wife secretly tells the monk that she doesn't love her husband and that she needs 100 francs to pay her debts. To help her and to take advantage of her, the monk borrows 100 francs from the merchant himself, pretending it's for something else. He then gives that same money, to the wife, but with the condition that she spend the night with him. And she agrees, and they have their secret affair. Later on, the merchant asks the monk to repay the money he borrowed. The monk replies, "I already gave the money to your wife." When the merchant asks his wife about it, she pretends she thought the money was the monk's payment for rent, not her husband's money, and says she already spent it. To make up for it, she promises to repay her husband in bed, which is a playful or a suggestive idea for an excuse. So the story ends humorously, but it carries a few important lessons, and that is, first, deception and irony. The monk deceives both the merchant and the wife for his own desires. The wife also deceives her husband to cover up her actions. The second one is foolishness and cleverness. The monk and the wife are clever but dishonest. The merchant is honest but easily fooled. And the last one is the main lesson of the story. It ends with a pun that the people should always tally their accounts well in marriage and in life. So it means that people should be careful, honest, and balance their relationships emotionally, morally, and even financially, because deceit and carelessness lead to trouble. So after hearing the story, I realized that something pretty funny but also meaningful. The merchant, the monk, and the wife all ended up tricking each other. And it just shows how messy things can get when there's no honesty or trust in a relationship. The wife wanted luxury, the monk wanted desire, and the poor merchant just wanted fairness. It's kind of a joke at first, but if you think about it, it's actually deep. The story teaches us that in life, especially in love and marriage, we need to tally our accounts well. Meaning we have to keep everything balanced. Our actions, our words, and how we treat people. Because in the end, it's not just about money or debts. It's about being true, loyal, and responsible in everything we do. So yeah, it's funny story, but also a good reminder that honesty will always be worth more than 100 francs. And that's it for today's tale. The Shipman's Tales really shows how love and money can make the perfect storm. If you enjoyed sailing through Chaucer's story with me, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more literary adventures. Once again, I am Jomri of Bayaki. See you in the next voyage.
I just was a race on my. I just was a race on my.